Hey everybody, welcome into Northern Life. Happy Friday. Thanks for being here as we say goodbye to the work week, hello to the weekend.
Yes, hello everybody. It's a Friday. It feels like a Wednesday though for some reason. I don't know what's going on.
I feel like Tuesday this week felt like
do?
a Friday and then Wednesday felt like a Monday. So we're fighting through this week.
We're all messed up, but it's a Friday now and life is good, right?
A lot of talk about car washes this week. And a lot of responses about onions.
Yes.
But guess what, folks? Even though it's Friday, it is the last day, it is the last week, it is the last shift without Briggs LaSavage.
Oh my gosh.
She is back with us on Monday.
So excited to have Briggs back here. We got to rearrange the set. We got the couch sitting just off camera over there. We're going to wheel it back in, and we got Briggs back here. It's going to be a great day and a great week next week. I know a lot of folks are excited about Briggs coming back.
Yeah, I'm very excited for Briggs to come back.
Yep, it's going to be great.
A lot of people, like you said, a lot of people have been asking where she's at. She's going to be here Monday.
Monday, boom, bada bing, set your recording, get the kids around the TV, get everybody around, pop some popcorn, grill some meat or whatever you want to do, and let's watch Briggs here.
Grab the DVR.
Yeah, do people still have DVRs?
My parents do.
Do they actually?
Grab the, what's the DVR before the DVR?
VCR?
I wanted to say Quiznos, but that's a sandwich shop. That's the TiVo.
TiVo!
That's what it is.
That's what it is. Yeah, there we go. We're set the recording for next Monday. It's going to be great. But coming up on today's show, we still have a great show ahead of us today. There's a big contest coming to Scanlon, Minnesota next month as we search for a new chicken wing champion. That's going to be interesting. Didn't know that happened in our region here, Ryan.
Well, you're going to have to sign up here. And later, the winter months are tough to deal with as they are. They're so beautiful that they make us want to cry a little bit. We're going to learn why we cry later here today on Northern Life. But hey, guess what? The Duluth Reader, they are back with their yearly Best of the Northland contest. This year it'd actually be for 2024 now.
2024? Okay.
Yeah. And then someone has been kind enough to throw our name in the hat under the category for Best Local TV Program. So big thanks for doing that. Really appreciate you doing that. And if you'd like to vote for us and your other local favorites around the Northland, you can find that voting on their website over at DuluthReader.com.
A lot of fine categories on there. Very honored to be part of that again, obviously, here with our show. So go on and vote. Vote early, vote often. I don't know if you're allowed to vote often, but do it if you can.
Maybe once a day.
There we go. Once a day, whatever the rules are. Follow the rules.
Reach out to them. Hey, guess what? A Northern Life first for us today. Thanks to our new text line, Hunter. We get to share our first ever on-air voicemail with you all. So we received a nice, kind message the other night on our text line. Here's what our viewer had to say.
Is this Northern Life? Thank you for all the nice stuff you come up with between the three of them. They're fantastic. Can't wait till Briggs comes back and really make it a good show again. But these boys, they're really good. Ryan and Hunter, they're fantastic. Fantastic show. Is reaching out and saying thank you.
Just super cool.
Yeah, unbelievable. Very nice. We hope to get more voicemails that we can share. Didn't leave his name or anything, so we can't give him a shout out or anything, but thank you very much, my good sir.
Shout out to you, anonymous viewers.
Yes, exactly. That was beautiful. Very nice.
Thank you for that. Hey, a new survey conducted by the Matchmaking Company has identified the most attractive male and female names here in the state of Minnesota. So we got Theodore, which was ranked as the most attractive male name in 15 states, including Minnesota. It's been a popular one since ancient Greece and continues to be a classic. And then also the name Charlotte, dating back to the 14th century. That was ruled the most attractive female name in the 13 states. And as you can tell by the map on the right there, Theodore, also the most famous attractive one in Wisconsin. Henry in Michigan.
Wow.
And then we got Evelyn in Wisconsin for female names, along with Amelia out in Michigan.
I like all these kind of older, old school names coming back too.
Yeah.
Theodore, that's an old school name.
Evelyn.
Evelyn is a very old school name. Very cool. So, and a pretty name too. So
no name more attractive, may I say, than Hunter McCullough.
What about Ryan Half? Come on. There's no Ryan, no Hunter, no Briggs?
Just rolls off the tongue.
Oh, it really does.
Hunter
the multiple
McCullough.
syllables.
A lot of syllables. A lot of sounds.
A lot of Irish, Scottish heritage in that name.
That's attractive stuff. Well, here's a name that parents of little kids definitely know out there. Popular YouTuber and kids educator Miss Rachel is coming to Netflix. 4 episodes of Miss Rachel, ranging from 30 minutes to 60 minutes, are going to debut on Netflix starting January 27th. They're apparently a curated compilation of her social media videos that aim to reach children in their early learning years. They'll be made available in English with also subtitles in more than 30 languages. more episodes are going to launch later in the year.
Very, very exciting for those young kids out there. You introduced me to Miss Rachel, what was it, a month ago or something like that?
About that, yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about her. Seems very interesting. I'm not going to watch it, but good for all the kids out there. That's going to be cool.
I think that'd be a great shoot idea is both of us sit down and watch Miss Rachel. You probably would learn something.
Honestly, I mean, I watch Bluey. I love Bluey.
Bluey is
That's
fantastic.
a great show. Yes.
Bluey's great. Miss Rachel is just super informative,
Sure.
And the other thing too, we had some reporting the other week about the Spanish immersion program in Duluth. It seems like those schools are becoming a lot more popular when it comes to teaching your kids about more languages out there. So it might be helpful to have those subtitles in a different language when you watch with your kid.
Amen. Yep. So hit it. Netflix, you said it's on?
It's on Netflix, January 27th.
Hit it up. I like that.
Yeah, give it a look.
Yep.
Hey, from going to social media now, if your kids love TikTok like me, there is one sign to be aware of if you see you're maybe a little too addicted to it. So addiction experts who spoke to HuffPost Life agree that one sign stands out. It's a problem if your use of the app ends up taking over your life. So Hunter, it's an issue if you use TikTok when it interferes with your daily responsibilities or your relationships. So if you or your kids out there find yourselves skipping work, ignoring family or friends, or struggling to keep up with school or chores because you're too wrapped up in scrolling, that is a strong sign that that usage has become very unhealthy.
That is very unhealthy. I wonder how you fix it once you get to that point where you're just literally, your whole life is just on your phone. You have to be on your phone all the time. It's a sad state of affairs, but it happens to some people.
No, it totally is. I mean, I find myself lately, whether it's TikTok or Facebook or Instagram, I just pull it up, usually just because of habit, I would say, but I don't necessarily need it at all.
Any awkward situation where I just don't want to be in the real world anymore, pull out the old phone. It's a weird thing. It's very weird.
And if you don't have a lot of service, you pull up the weather app to avoid conversations with other people. Well, hey, don't cry because it's over. That's just because winter is still happening. We get answers to your tears when we come back.
Welcome back, folks. We love getting emails and messages from viewers who want to highlight the Northland events happening in their community. And to our south in Scanlon, Minnesota here, Ryan, Mallory wanted to let us know about the Rendezvous Sports Bar, who is hosting their 13-year anniversary chicken wing eating contest. It's set for February 8th, and there's a $30 entry fee, but the winner gets $500 for first place. That's a lot of money to win.
Yeah.
Have you ever done any kind of food competition or anything like that before?
Food eating contest? I don't think I have. I don't think I've ever done even a pie eating contest.
Okay.
But, I think it's a $30, like you said, a $30 entry fee.
Yeah.
You get a T-shirt. You get obviously all the chicken wings you can put down in a certain time period, but the chance to win $500, that's certainly appetizing.
Well, I wonder, because like drummies are easy enough to eat, but like how do you do the what's the one with the two bones called? I forget what that's called.
Wings?
No, they're all wings, but you got the drummies.
Oh, flats.
Flats. Thank you, the flats. So I wonder what the method is there. I wonder if you can put it in your mouth and actually just like use your teeth to get all the meat out. I've seen people do that before, but you got to really practice with the flats, especially.
Yeah, those judges probably have to go through those, wings too and see like there's still a lot of meat on that bone.
Yeah, I wonder if there's like a percentage of meat left on the bone where it doesn't count.
Or they just weigh it.
Yeah. Oh, that could be.
Yeah,
that could be.
Get the scale out. Don't get the scale out after you're done with that contest, though. That would be a tough number to look at.
Not going to go too well.
Hey, the brutal cold that we've been seeing lately is enough to make you cry, and all it takes is a few seconds outside before those tears start flowing.
Yeah, but the question is, why does cold weather make our eyes water? And Jeff Wagner looked into why you're tearing up and how to stop it.
Fresh flakes falling.
Nice to have some natural snow on top.
Keeps the ski trails busy at Theo Worth Park in Minneapolis. The January sun wasn't to be found, but eye protection was still a popular choice.
Just to kind of keep things warm, keep the wind down.
Otherwise it can really hurt and kind of make you tear up after you're done with your workout.
An accessory Nick Partington regretfully skipped.
I should wear glasses with the snowflakes because when they get in my eyes it kind of stings.
Why does cold weather make our eyes water?
Our eyes are really smart and they're trying to keep your eyes as moist as possible, so they'll keep on tearing as long as they sense that dryness.
Dr. Sasha Struhl is a pediatric ophthalmologist.
Is there a certain temperature threshold for when this occurs?
Not so much a temperature threshold, it's more about when the dryness comes in.
Minnesota's cold winter air tends to be dry, which is why our eyes water more now than during the humid summer months. Conversely, your eyes might water on a breezy July day in Arizona, since the climate is dry year-round.
So our eyes really have two forms of tearing, one that's reflexive to when we feel our eyes are dry, and one that's just our baseline tearing.
Basil tears constantly keep your eyes lubricated and protected and have oil and mucus in them. Reflex tears, the ones that flow to combat dry air, are mainly water.
And so even though it's trying to moisturize your eyes, you can imagine if you put your hand into water, it's not going to moisturize your hand as much from the dry weather than if you put it in oil or lotion.
One might think skiers, ice anglers, and others who spend lots of time outside in the winter might build up a tolerance to dry air, but Dr. Struhl says it doesn't work that way.
The best thing you can do is actually improve your tear health so it's less of an impact on you. The oil part of our tears comes from our eyelid glands. And so doing warm compresses for your eyelids, kind of giving yourself that spa treatment at night can actually improve how we produce our oil, and our tears can actually be healthier.
Using eye drops, specifically artificial tears, will replicate healthy tears and better add moisture. There's also ointments you can apply to your eyes before going to bed. Lastly, eye protection.
I like to use these type of lenses for days where it's more overcast to help you see the snow better.
Glasses and goggles keep snow and wind at bay, giving you a tear-free day on your next winter adventure.
These are prescriptions, so I always have glasses on.
With photojournalist Jose Pascual, Jeff Wagner, WCCO News.
So in case you ever run out of basil, just check your eyes.
Yeah, they're right in your eyes. Just squeeze it on out of there. But I don't know about you, Ryan, but every time I see eyes close up or like putting eye drops in, it freaks me out.
Oh.
I hate that. It just I picture scratching your cornea or something like that. And just I don't want to do it. I can't give myself eye drops. I have to either go to my parents' house and like have my mom give me my eye drops, and she like literally has to hold my eyes open so that I can
tie you down.
Tie me down. It's terrible. I don't know about you. I'm sure you don't have that affliction.
Unfortunately, I don't. But
Good.
As a kid, my mom, when she would take her contacts out, she says, I got to take my eyes out.
Oh.
So as a kid, I was like, well, why are you doing that?
You need to see, Mom. Come on, Carol.
Don't take your eyes out.
Yeah.
Hey, our Northern News Now weather watcher from Embarrass, Minnesota, Steve, isn't afraid of the cold. He sent us a meme over our text line that reads, frostbite? You mean ice tan? That's a good one.
That's solid.
That's a good one.
We hear Steve every single day on our
Nice.
phone line, so shout out to you, Steve.
Thanks, Steve. Well, hey, check this out quickly. The fire department in Eagle River, Wisconsin, is showing off this year's Ice Castle. It's a fascinating piece of art, full display in their downtown area. Their fire chief says this year's tower was inspired by a famous castle in Germany.
I'm really proud of the guys and girls, all the volunteers and all the firefighters that helped. Well, the weather was bad last year, and the year before that we had a slush layer that we just couldn't get to freeze. We weren't able to do it in 2023 or 2024. We formed the block while it's still in the lake. We cut down within 2 inches of the bottom, and then we hand cut the last 2 inches out of the lake, and we pull it out of the lake then with a conveyor belt to load onto pickup trucks.
It's an impressive process and super cool to see that they got that done in Eagle River.
Finally, another Eagle River story. That's crazy.
Shout out Wisconsin.
There
We'll
we
talk
go.
about a promising class for students next on Northern Life. Welcome back, everybody. When it comes to finances, new research from Credit One Bank found that Generation Z, Hunter's ages,
Hey there.
people ages 18 to 28, experience the most stress when it comes to money. Credit One Bank surveyed 1,000 American adults, and the survey found that fewer than 10% of Americans say they received any education on financial literacy in school growing up. So, Hunter, how financially literate do you feel you are?
Thankfully, I've got a very good support group. It makes sense. 18 to 28, you're figuring out life. You don't know what's going on. And I mean, we had a couple classes on finance, but nothing too crazy. I took I think it was a financial aid class or something like that in high school, 10th grade, 11th grade.
I didn't. We didn't have anything like that at Maple Grove. No.
Really?
Yeah.
We had to like balance a checkbook and things like that. Do a lot of online things and learn about like loans and how they work.
Yeah.
And it was all very good information.
Wow.
Yeah.
Shout out to Harbor.
Two Harbors High School, 4-day weeks, but we got her done.
Maple Grove, if you're watching, hopefully you got it now. As we wait for a financial course at my high school, there's a program blending classroom learning with hands-on experience, giving aspiring chefs a head start in their careers.
That's right. Derek James explores how it's equipping Minnesota students with lifelong skills.
In this busy professional kitchen where pots clang and stovetops sizzle, Elk River High School students are preparing restaurant-quality food.
I like to think of it as home ec on steroids.
ProStart is a 2-year nationwide technical education program supported by the Hospitality Minnesota Education Foundation. About 100 schools across the state offer culinary classes that use its curriculum. It teaches technical cooking and restaurant management with the assistance of mentors like Chef Seth Bixby Doherty.
They're gaining the knowledge that they would if they went to college for free, and then they're able to get an opportunity to be placed into one of these top restaurants in the city.
Senior Cole Lupian says he's discovered a passion he hopes leads to a long culinary career.
Join a little bit of a higher class culinary school, and then even possibly going to Europe and studying culinary under some chefs over there.
This culinary crew operates a restaurant at school and caters community events. They are among more than a dozen area schools cooking for a Stars of the Future event at the Four Seasons Hotel in Minneapolis later this month, which will raise money for the program. The students in the Minnesota ProStar program also take part in cooking competitions, very similar to what you'd see on Food Network.
I'm going to do 2 of them before I move.
Senior Jalen Mogren leads the team. Where does your passion for food and cooking come from?
I would probably say ever since I was young, I always loved cooking. I thought I'd go to pastry school. I wanted to be like just this top-notch chef.
While she plans to pursue radiology for her profession and cooking as her passion, Mogren says she has gained important qualities from her ProStart experiences.
It teaches so many life skills that you can take outside of high school. And I think that's really important because of the managing time and communicating with others and taking that feedback that you will get regardless of if you want it or not.
Skills that lead to success in a restaurant and in life.
I know a lot of our resort people, like, do you have some kids? I need someone. So they know they can take a ProStart student from Elk River and they're going to be successful in any restaurant out there.
Organization, being kind to people, just simple things that will help these kids be more successful as they move forward in their life.
In Elk River, Derek James, WCCO News.
It's really nice having those opportunities, especially in high school, so that way you say, okay, I might like that, or maybe I don't want to do anything with that.
Yeah, it's almost like generals in college, just understanding what you like and what you don't like and what you want to spend your money on, you know? People don't like that, they don't have to spend money on that.
It's a crucial age, too.
Yep.
Hey, more great stories assembled by our wonderful team. We're showing you next.
Coming up Monday here on Northern Life, we all want to stay warm in the winter, of course. And there's a gentleman who makes some of the best outdoor gear in the nation out of his garage workshop here in Duluth. We meet Kevin, who's making small batch clothing in a big business world, sending out his incredible clothing to the rest of the world at Empire Wool and Canvas. This guy is incredible, and his stuff that he makes is absolutely unbelievable and world-renowned as well. It's going to be cool to meet with him.
Talking about those classes, you know, if you ever had to do the sewing, watching him work was remarkable.
It was unbelievable how fast he had like 4 different machines. He'd hop back and forth between, and whoo, he just got her done quick.
It would take me so long to even try to put one of those things together.
Yes, me too, my friend.
Craftsman, one would say. And then on Tuesday, as SpongeBob SquarePants once said, all I know is fine dining and breathing. Hunter and I are learning about dining etiquette. We learn the do's, we learn the don'ts during an exquisite time at the Boat Club restaurant here in Duluth.
Oh my gosh, that was so good. The food was amazing. And we learned a few things there, Ryan, about fine dining.
Elbows off the table.
Yes.
Be sure to enjoy the meal. So if you're having a meal this weekend, take your time with it.
Yeah,
you know, find the notes. Yeah.
Take some breaths, you know.
Yeah, take a breath.
Exactly.
All right,
Good times.
Thank you for joining us this week. Brigsless Savage is back on Monday. We love you. We'll see you next week. Have a great and relaxing weekend.
Find some time to throw a line, or just head outside to unwind. That's the life in the great North Woods. Hike or bike, whatever you like. Get out in the day, enjoy the night. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, we got the life in the great North Woods. Yeah, this is Northern Life.